Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalam ala rasulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome all viewers. My last two videos were about the LGBT community. One was regarding how this ideology spread amongst the Muslim community, and then another one was about Matt Walsh's new documentary entitled What is a Woman? And both videos got a lot of comments, and today I wanted to respond to one specific comment that I saw multiple times, and I was surprised at how many people thought this was a good argument. So basically, I used an example of how Muslims are openly willing to disagree with drinking alcohol, with eating pork. We are very straightforward in telling people that these things are against our religion. We don't want them being pushed on our children. We don't want them being forced upon us. However, when it comes to the LGBT agenda, for some reason, Muslims feel compelled and forced to actually promote it and get involved, as if we're not allowed to also disagree with that. So as a response, a surprising amount of people in the comments were saying, well, the difference is it's a choice to consume alcohol or pork, whereas it's not a choice to have same-sex attraction. Firstly, if you're going to accurately compare these issues, then you have to compare one's desire to consume alcohol with one's desire to act upon same-sex attraction. Every single human being living in a society has to control their desires. Of course, there are certain things that might just naturally occur to a human being. They might not have any actual control over that initial response to wanting something, to desiring something, to thinking that they want to do something. No one expects a person to control something that they absolutely cannot control. What is expected, however, is for people to control how they act upon their desires. In recent years, it has become common knowledge that there are individuals called incels. In fact, it's often used as an insult. This term incel is defined as somebody who is involuntarily celibate, meaning they are not able to engage in intercourse. Even though they want to, they can't. What does society expect from such people? They just have to control themselves. Specifically, there are many people from the Muslim community who want to get married, but they can't. It's not working out for them. And Muslims are expected to control themselves even more than somebody who doesn't adhere to the rules and regulations of this religion. But one thing that Islam does is it tries to create an environment that easily prevents people falling victim to things that they want to do, even if it's not good for them. And secondly, it's consistent. There are foundational, fundamental principles that don't change. Why? Because it's based on divine revelation from the all-knowing Creator. And that really is the root of the difference. You have people who are trying to live in accordance with the rules and regulations of the all-knowing, who know that they are going to die and be resurrected and be held accountable for whether or not they fulfilled the rights of their Creator over them. Whereas you have other people who literally worship their desires. For them, everything revolves around fulfilling what they believe to be their rights. They don't acknowledge any rights of a Creator over them. They want to unrestrictedly enjoy their life while never acknowledging the one that gave them a life to enjoy to begin with. However, there are certain people whose priority is worshiping God. And as much as people fear the cancel culture, there are people who fear God more. There are people who fear a day when they will stand before Him and be faced with entering paradise or entering the hellfire. And when it comes to people who might suffer from gender dysphoria or same-sex attraction, we want good for them, just like we want good for anybody who suffers from any sort of desire that is ultimately going to be harmful for them. We are not doing the LGBTQ plus community a favor by encouraging them to do things that their Creator prohibited. And even if this is not realized in this life, it will most certainly be realized in the hereafter. All of us have sins. Allah created us this way. And a major test of this life is trying to control our desires. When we do fall short, we repent. But we have to acknowledge what sinful behavior consists of. We cannot act like sinful behavior is praiseworthy. And if anybody tries to convince you that sinful behavior is good for you, and they want to facilitate that you do more sinful behavior, they're not doing you a favor. They are leading you to destruction. Part of wanting good for people is letting them know what's bad for them. Allah knows best. Thank you for watching. JazakumAllahukhairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.